Hello and welcome back to the Chelmsford News Show. I'm Tom Christiano. Well, today I'm very excited because I'm going to be interviewing my friend Anita Connerty at her Music Elements music studio business on Summer Street, 3 Summer Street in Chelmsford. How are you, Anita?
I'm doing good. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you for allowing Chelmsford News to come and talk to you today. We did a little tour earlier, Anita, and you were fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a lot of fun.
And you were a lot of fun too, Anita, because I think, met you, I was aware of you when I saw you play drums for the group called The Elements on the Chelmsford Common.
Yes.
And I videotaped it. That's why I know this so well. And you played the drums so well.
Thank you.
But so you've been playing for a long time, which we'll talk about.
Yes, I started at 12 years old.
Really? Oh my God, that's fantastic!
Yes.
And you're a fantastic drummer. So I taped your band called The Elements at that time. That was you, along with some of the younger students, and they were so good. I love that video.
Yes.
Which people could see if they go to my YouTube channel. They could see if they scroll back about a year or two ago, and you could see these mostly young ladies, but there were one or two young men playing, and they were singing a song. I forgot the name of it, but I loved.
X's and O's. You loved that.
I love this song. Yeah, they were so good. These the singers too, and all the musicians. I loved every movement they did. I love watching you playing the drums back there. Anyway, that's when I first became aware of you. This might have been 3 years ago now in the summer.
Yeah, actually, I was not the official drummer for that band. I was filling in. We actually had a male drummer, Cademan, who was drumming for them, but I loved filling in for him. He couldn't make that day, and that's how I got to meet you.
Well, I'm so glad that you filled in that day, because otherwise I might not have gotten to know you. So over the years, maybe through Chelmsford News Group on Facebook, we got to know each other. And then I found out, and I was so surprised, I think, when you first told me, you said, I'm the drummer for the band Beantown, which is a fantastic band that's well known throughout the state, if not the country. It's a fantastic band. I heard Beantown play first, I think, at the Performing Arts Center at the high school many years ago.
Oh, that's right.
And you're fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes.
And now you do that full time along with this, right? You play almost every weekend with them?
Yeah, so I have two businesses, the music school, and then Beantown is my 11-piece band. We do maybe 70 gigs a year.
Wow, that's over one a week if I calculate that correctly. It's 52 weeks a year. Wow, but I heard you recently, like 6 months ago at the Chelmsford Elks.
Yes.
You had a fundraiser for one of your causes here. And the place was jam-packed with people. And that was a fantastic night in terms, if you like dancing and you like rock music, you have to go listen to Beantown when they come back to the Elks, maybe next March.
Yes.
The tickets are about $30 each.
They're $30 each, yes.
Which is well worth it. Oh my God.
Thank you, Tom. We'll probably have it at the Elks again, the Chelmsford Elks.
Well, I'm looking forward to being there. I can't wait to be there again.
Yes.
And so I remember the first song, they start playing, and usually this doesn't happen if you go to a concert, right? But almost everybody gets up and fills the dance floor in the very first song, right? Remember
So
that?
funny, yes, yes.
And then all night, the dance floor was filled.
It was a good party. It was a very good party. They were in the mood to party.
Yeah. And guess who else was dancing? Yours truly, right?
Yes, doing a great job.
With my friend
Ripping
there,
it
we
up.
were, and a lot of the musicians would come out onto the dance floor.
Yeah, we like to do that.
And get everybody excited and going and dancing with them.
Yes.
So I could see where it's a fantastic event band. Quite often you do weddings, right? Quite a bit.
We do mostly weddings and corporate affairs. We've played for the Patriots twice at their Super Bowls. So hello everyone, my name's Anita Connerty, and this is my music school, Music Elements. So I'd love you to come on in and see my school. We have our welcome mat to welcome you.
Welcome.
Welcome. This is Nikki Reed.
Hi.
Hi, Nikki.
Hi.
Nikki works for the school from 9 to 2, I think, right?
Yes,
About
I
9 to
do.
2?
Yes,
From
I
9
do.
to
That's
2, right?
Yeah.
In the morning, she works for Evolutions in Business, and if you want to explain a little bit about that.
Oh, sure. So the space here is shared between two businesses. It's shared between my stepmother's business, Anita, and also my mother's business, Jeanette. And what we do for Evolutions in Business is we provide export compliance training and support to a bunch of different companies that make all sorts of different products. So we step in and we train them how to import and export within the government regulations. And then they choose to keep us on, a lot of them on retainer, so that we can answer questions as they arise. And then in the afternoon, I kind of switch over. I put on my other hat, and then I work for Music Elements, and I assist them with marketing, creating flyers. A lot of times if we do interviews, I do those types of things. Or I go with the Chelmsford Business Association and speak on our behalf there a lot of times too. So
Nikki does a lot of festivals around town. And
I saw you. The 4th of July.
Yeah,
it was on July 3rd. I took your photo with Anita, right?
Yeah, and I'm a disc jockey as well. So
you are?
Yeah, so I do the Chelmsford Holiday Prelude.
Oh, so I videotaped you or photographed you over there many times, didn't I?
Yeah, you have. And I also volunteer my services for the Paul Center's holiday party. I do their holiday party for free every year.
You do? Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
is that over at the Radisson? It used to be the Radisson?
So they've had it at a few different locations. They did do their big anniversary gala, which I also did for them last year, and that was at the Radisson. And then a lot of times they do it over at Princeton Station now. They have like a holiday brunch, and Santa comes, and all the kids from the Paul Center and their families
that's so nice.
come. Yeah.
And you volunteer for that?
I do.
Your services?
Yeah,
That's
so
wonderful.
maybe 10 years now. It's been a
You've been
long
doing it for a
time. I
while.
started when my son was very, very little. Now my son is a giant.
You have a child, too.
Yeah, he's 15. Yeah.
15? Wow,
Yeah.
you don't look old enough to have a 15-year-old child.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
and
that's when he was little.
And there's a heart your son drew, I guess.
So-
and there's some photos over there, yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's him
nice.
when he was a little guy, and he was in the Chelmsford school system for a lot of years, but he chose to go to Neshoba Tech.
Oh, nice.
So he's still in the area. We still have a lot of friends in the area. Yeah.
He's not going to be a musician, is he?
Well, he was a trumpet
Plays
player
trumpet.
for many years. He took
Oh.
lessons right here.
Wow.
He has very high function autism, and the gentleman here who does trumpet for us, Peter McHugh, he did a great job working with him and being patient with him, and kind of knowing little quirks and things that helped Jacob. So it was great. We were happy
he was
to
a good
have
teacher.
him here for a lot of years.
Oh,
yeah.
wonderful.
But he hit high school, and he just decided he was too cool for all of that. So now he's not doing trumpet anymore. We wish he was. I miss him playing.
He was a good player.
Yeah, he played Hey Jude. It sounded exactly like Hey Jude.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Did you say what he's studying at Neshoba Tech? Or
Oh
can you
yeah.
say?
So interestingly enough, he's doing TV media. Yeah, and he's
He's
actually
going to take my job.
Yeah, well, he's actually interning at Chelmsford Telemedia on Mondays. So he has summer school, but he's in there on Mondays.
Yeah.
I believe he's editing the science fair stuff that
That's
they have. They have a lot of
fantastic.
science fair.
I'll
footage.
see him at the studio.
Yeah.
What a small world, huh?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my
yeah.
God! Well, thank you so much for talking
Thank
with
you
us.
for stopping on in.
This
yeah.
is great, and Anita's going to show us the rest of the studio and the business
great.
and your offices and
Oh,
everything
wonderful.
here.
All right.
Great. I'll see you later.
All right, bye. Have
now.
fun.
Bye.
See you, Nick.
Bye.
So this room
See you,
also
Nick. Bye
gets
now.
turned around in the afternoon, and we offer lessons in here as well.
Oh, nice.
So all the rooms we offer lessons. So this is during the day. This is an ensemble room. Now this is this is where we have our meetings, our weekly meetings.
Oh, nice.
The ensemble room is across the way. But we can also teach piano, voice, a string instrument. We use all the rooms for all the different instruments.
Wonderful. And did we say what the address is of this?
The school is at 3 Summer Street, and we're on the second floor.
And it's called Music Elements, right?
Music Elements.
And you enter through the side door, right?
Yes,
Anita,
you
there's
enter
a
through
side
the
door.
There's plenty of parking.
And you come up on the second floor, and
Yes.
hopefully you could see Anita. Or you could maybe call her first to let her know you're coming back. You're probably searchable via Google,
I see what you
right?
mean for walk-ins. We have a lot of walk-ins.
Oh, yes.
We have walk-ins, and someone's always here to take your information and schedule you in for a lesson. Or you
Wonderful.
can email me at anita@music-elements.com.
Anita at musicelements.com.
There's a dash, music-elements.
Music-elements.com.
You can call us, 978-221-5641.
221-5461.
5641.
5641. Oh my
Right.
God.
We
Yeah.
just changed the number, so I'm trying to remember it as well.
Yeah, thank you.
And then once you call or walk in, you'll probably come into this room.
Yeah.
And Linda was on vacation this week, but Linda is our office manager. She does all of our scheduling. She takes care of the students, teams them up with the best fit for an instructor. and schedules them in either for a trial lesson and if they like it for a weekly lesson.
Oh, nice.
And Debbie is on break right now, but Debbie is our operations manager. So Debbie does all of the invoicing. So this is an example. So today there'll be 4 teachers arriving.
Oh, I see, yes.
And these are all their students. So when they check in, Debbie will check them in, accept payment, and if there's a scheduling issue, she'll send it to Linda, and Linda will take care of that.
Wonderful. So you have all these students coming in today that are on this sheet?
Yes, so all these students are coming in.
Wonderful.
And,
wow, you're busy here.
We're busy. We're doing well. We have, during the summer now, we have 130 students. And in the fall, we have about 165.
I never expected that many. That's fantastic.
It's really growing.
130 in the summer, 165
In the
in the
fall.
fall. That's
We're
fantastic.
trying to get to 225. That's our magic number.
Wow,
That's
225.
That's as much as this school can hold.
Wow, that's
So-
I never knew you were that busy, Anita. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's doing great. It started with 1 student in my home. The
Wow.
school used to be in my home in 1995.
And you live in Chelmsford, right? Were you living in Chelmsford
I was
then as
living
well?
in Chelmsford. So my
Wow.
son grew up, went to college. We turned the whole downstairs of our split into a school. And we had just 3 rooms, and it was, I think, drums, guitar, piano, and voice.
Oh. And we'll talk maybe later. I'll interview you.
Yes.
And we'll talk about you playing the drums
Yes.
for this fantastic band called Beantown.
Thank you.
And we'll talk more about that when I interview you. But
Great.
you're an amazing drummer.
Thank you
And
so
the
much.
Beantown is an amazing band, a
Thank
wonderful
you, Tom.
band.
That's so nice. You're so good to us. Thank
Oh, no,
you.
my pleasure.
Thank you. I'd love to tell you all about it.
Yeah.
So then, this is our waiting room when the families come. Some of the families like to sit here. Some of the families like to just take a little rest, shop, grab something to eat.
Yes. And they
Yeah.
could wait here, outside
They can
there,
wait here, and
if
they're
they want.
always welcome to go into the lesson. Some
Good,
children
that's
feel
good.
most comfortable if their moms or dads are
Oh,
with them,
that's
or their
nice.
grandmothers or whoever. This is a very fun room. This is our ensemble room.
Yeah.
So we have 2 instructors that teach in this room. They teach private lessons. And once a week, we have a group called the Vibe, and they are learning to play as a band and what it takes, what it entails to not just be an individual musician, but play as a band.
And I love that name, Anita, Vibe. Isn't that great?
Yeah, I love it. They named it themselves.
So how long have they been together?
Just 1 year.
1 year.
Yes,
And
they took the summer off.
are they as good as the band you had, Music Elements, I think it was called?
It was called The Elements.
The
I know
Elements.
you liked
Just The
that.
Elements, yeah.
That was a fun band.
I videotaped them on the Common
Yes.
about 4 years ago, and I still love that song that I
Yes.
videotaped of
I love
them. They
that.
were fantastic.
Yeah, they donate their time. The groups donate their time. They play
Uh-huh.
around town. And we hope to get the Vibe around town. They're not quite ready yet, but they'll be back in the fall, and we'll get them ready for some gigs.
Great. Hopefully I could go
Yes.
and videotape them on the Common
That would be
sometime.
wonderful.
Thank you. So you had a nice set of drums there?
Yes, we have
And
drums.
some bongos,
Yep,
a
we have-
piano,
Yes. And there's a bass
oh, guitar,
and guitar.
a bass guitar there.
There'll be 2 or 3 vocalists.
Nice.
And this is the room where they'll learn how to make all that magic happen.
And could I ask, what about the downstairs when you have the loud music playing?
Mm-hmm.
Do they mind at all? Or do you have really good soundproofing?
We have soundproofing, and also their hours don't conflict with our hours. It's wonderful.
Oh, that's great.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, it works out great. They're wonderful landlords. They do
Oh.
coding. They do coding for children, computer coding.
Oh, so the children come in there and learn how to code computers.
yes.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Wow. Well, thank you, Anita.
Yes.
Let's go to another room.
All right. So this room, again, could be used for anything, but we do a lot of piano and vocal lessons in here.
Oh, vocal. Nice.
And,
So you have the microphone here, the piano.
Yes. And they'll turn the speaker on so that the children really get a great idea. A lot of times when you sing into a mic, it alarms you when you hear how loud you really are. So this trains the child or the
Yes.
adult to learn exactly what it's going to feel like if they're on a live gig.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's
Thank
great.
you.
It's a lot of fun.
Wonderful.
We have 2 more rooms. This is our drum room. And children have a lot of fun here, and the adults
So
as
you have
well.
two sets of drums here, Anita.
2
And as I
sets.
mentioned before, Anita's a fantastic drummer herself,
Thank you.
but she doesn't teach much now. You don't teach lessons, do
I
you,
don't
Anita?
teach anymore. Retired
Oh,
from teaching, but I
retired.
still manage the school, help it grow. Just keep an eye on everything, hire instructors, meet the students, and my full-time work is Beantown. It's a
Which
wedding
is
band.
the fantastic
Yeah,
band that
thank
you're
you.
busy. Is it every weekend or
Every
weekend?
week.
Wow, that's
Yes.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So, as we were talking before, you have like an instructor in one set of drums, the
Yes.
student in the
This
other,
is helpful.
and they could learn a lot better watching somebody.
Yes, this
And
is
then-
how I used to teach. So if you're drumming and the child is having trouble grasping something, you can just get behind the kit and they can watch you exactly how you're playing, and it helps them to catch on.
Which is fantastic. Gee. Well, hopefully many more people in Chelmsford will contact you about getting lessons for their child.
would
We have
love
one
that.
more room to go to
Yes.
at least?
That'd be great. We have a lot of fun here. The children have fun. And we have quite a few adults. The adults love it.
Really? Many, about how many
We
adults
have
you
about
have taken?
30 adults
30
now.
adults, that's fantastic.
Yes.
And what do they study? Could you say, like, is it singing? Is it drums? Is it guitar? Is
It's
it...
everything. They're like taking a little of everything.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wonderful. They love it, and we have a recital at the Chelmsford Center for the Arts, just right downtown, and they have a Steinway that we roll out. We set the full stage just like a band, and my lighting tech from Beantown volunteers his time, and he lights the whole event like a concert. It's
Really? Oh,
it's a
that's
lot of
fantastic.
fun.
When does that take place, Anita?
Every March.
Every March. Well, let me know next time.
Yes.
I'll come by and do some videotaping
That
or
would
something.
be wonderful. Oh, that would be wonderful.
Great. Thanks.
Very
And
good.
so this is the final room in your
Yes.
studio.
So again, they could be, it's a lot of piano and voice goes on here, but sometimes we'll put in a horn player, a woodwind player, a cello student. We use the rooms for everything. Yeah, we teach
Nice.
pretty much all the instruments. We have, let me think, we have drums, piano, voice, guitar, bass guitar, all the string instruments, the violins, the cellos, the woodwind instruments, the saxophone and clarinet, flute, and the brass instruments, the trumpet, trombone,
Oh my God.
French horn, euphonium. Oh, and ukulele is huge.
I saw 4
People
ukuleles
in the
hanging up on
office?
it was a beautiful work of art, like with the 4 colored
Yes.
ukuleles hanging on the wall there.
Yes, yeah, they love it.
Nice.
They love it.
So I imagine you have people who specialize in each of these instruments come in to teach your students,
Yes.
right?
We have 14 teachers.
14 teachers, which is
Yes.
great. And then they come and with all the students, and if they do well with a lot of students, they
Yes.
get paid probably
Yes.
proportional to the number of students they're teaching, I
Yes.
imagine.
Yes. Well, it's a flat fee.
Yeah.
We charge so much for a lesson. I think it's $30 for a half an hour, and
Huh.
we pay our teachers well because they're great and they do a good job with the kids.
That's great for all these. So many of our musicians in Chelmsford and elsewhere, they spent their whole life studying music, and it's so hard to make a living as a
I know.
musician, right?
I know.
Anita,
It's a
you
lot
were
of
doing it, but it's
drugs
very
and drugs.
difficult.
I really
So
feel
some who maybe want to teach part-time or whatever, or full-time,
yes,
they could put to use all of the lessons that they spent studying over many years, violin or cello
Yes.
or saxophone,
Yeah.
and they could come here, teach for you,
yes,
and as long as they have the students come in for them, which means
Yes.
they're a good teacher,
yes.
they would get paid nicely
They
for
get
it,
paid. Yes.
which is wonderful.
Yeah, we had one girl, Laura Altanor. She is now working for Quincy Jones in L.A. She taught full-time Monday through Friday, 2 to 9. That's how many students loved her.
And what did she
She
teach?
taught voice and piano.
Voice and piano. She
Yes.
had that many students.
That many students.
Uh,
She had a theater group, a Broadway group, an a cappella group, and they
Oh my
loved
God.
her.
And what was her name again?
Laura Altanor.
And did she live in Chelmsford at that time?
She
Or nearby?
she was from Everett and
Oh.
went to school at UMass Lowell, so she was living in Lowell.
Oh, nice. And now she's living in California, did you say?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
She would do her
Wow.
summers at Universal, and they just found her. And Quincy Jones met her and offered her a job.
I could. Oh wow,
She's
she
doing
must be
great.
fantastic. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Oh well, this is exciting, Anita. We're going to
Thank
do
you.
a part 2 of this tour where I'm going to just interview you for a few minutes.
All right.
But right now we have this nice tour. It's called Music Elements, right? Is
Music
that
Elements.
right? On 3 Summer Street.
3 Summer Street in Chelmsford on the second floor.
And do you want to give out your website and email address and phone number again?
I'd love it. It's
Okay, great.
Anita at music-elements.com,
Yeah.
978-221-5641.
Great.
Yeah, would love
So
to
that's
help.
your phone number and your email address, right?
Email
Did you give a
address.
website? Do you have a website?
The website is music-elements.com.
music-elements.com for
And
your
you can-
website to get all kinds of information
Yes.
there as well.
Yes, you can meet all the teachers, see their photographs,
Oh.
learn about us. That would be great.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Anita, for talking
you.
with us. You're a fantastic person, a great teacher, I'm sure, and a fantastic drummer.
Thank you so much, Tom. Appreciate this. Thank you very much.
Welcome to the Boston Dog Company. You're located here at 333 Acton Road in Chelmsford, and here is our daycare and boarding site. Come on in. We're very excited to be here in Chelmsford. We have a lot to offer for your dog. Your dog can socialize and play. We have a really nice space. It's all air conditioned and temperature controlled. We do have a rubberized floor, so it's really soft for your dog's joints when they do play. So let's come on in, but before we do, we will be opening a self-wash area so that if your dog is muddy and goes to the park in Chelmsford Park, they can kind of come right in and get right in the tub and kind of hose them down. And it makes sure that they're nice and clean, and you don't have to walk them too far, so it's really close to the door. So come on in. Here's our daycare space. As you can tell, the AC's on, so I'll talk a little bit louder. So we do have some really great little pet suites here that are on the corner. We have 2 large and then 3 medium suites where dogs can board. We take out the dogs every 2 hours. We do have an outdoor space that is located where we just open the door. But mainly this is the open space for daycare. This is the large dog section, and we do have another section for the small dogs. So basically,
Can we look at that as well? The small dog section?
yeah, so the small dog section is actually close to the grooming in the front on the other side. I'm going to take you over here, give you a little bit of a tour of the outdoor space.
And again, this is Christine Young, the operations
Yes.
manager
The
for the
operations
Boston Dog Company.
That's right. So come on out. And here we are outside. And I'm going to bring a dog out so you can see what it looks like. Let's go play. Yay!
Hey, look at, what's his name?
So this is Kendall. Kendall's here
Hey,
to play.
Kendall, how are you?
Kendall, you want to come play?
Hey, Kendall.
So it's really great. We have designed it so that we can kind of give them some running space. We're going to, in the next couple weeks, get our AstroTurf in. So this is all going to be a little bit
nice.
different.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, so it's a nice kind of spot to be able to do that. You can eat your outfit.
So who is Kendall? Is he one of your dogs or a boarding
So
dog?
Kendall is a boarding dog.
A boarding dog?
Yeah.
Is he a golden
She's a
doodle
golden
or something?
doodle. Yep, she's a golden doodle.
Oh, she's so
Really
beautiful,
sweet.
huh?
Yeah, she actually is a very frequent boarder of ours, so we're very
really?
happy to
What?
have her. She boards really well, and she knows us on a personal level, so she's really well behaved for us. You gonna
She's
sit?
a wonderful dog, yes.
Good girl. So it's really nice here. We actually, the whole space is very open. Kind
Yeah.
of gives them a spot to
And you
have
have
a
shade here too. Like,
Yep, and we also
What's
designed
it-
the outdoor space to basically have the vinyl so that it's a lot safer for dogs' paws. There's no corrosion, whereas chain link is very dangerous.
Yes,
So we
yeah.
want to make sure
And
that
other-
the space is...
This looks a lot better too than chain link would, I think.
It does. It's kind of like your
Yeah.
outdoor home space.
And when do you think you're going to get the AstroTurf in here?
So probably in a couple weeks. We're actually in talks right now with the owner with 2 different locations. We're going to see if we can purchase for this space and another space as well.
Wonderful.
So try to get kind of...
So within a couple of weeks, did you say?
yeah, in a couple
maybe?
of weeks. We're also, our Wilmington site's also going to have something outdoors as well.
Wonderful.
So we're very excited about that.
Great.
So I'll show you how it works. So basically, once the dog goes out and gets a little bit of a play session in, then they basically
Hi,
go
Kendall.
right back on their own. We don't really need to use, their very well voiced command. So come on, Kendall.
Come on, Kendall.
Good girl. Come here, sweetheart. Come here. Let's go. You want to show off the rest of the day, Ken? You want to show off the rest of the day? You want to go back in? Come on, Kendall. Go ahead, sweetie. Good girl. But yeah, it's a really nice space.
Can I take a video of that?
Oh,
Is
sure.
that-
Yep. So here, ready? Come on. Kendall. Good girl.
So here's the space that they have when
It's fully tiled.
just fully tiled. Yes, a beautiful space for them to be safe and sleeping or whatever he wants to do, or she wants to do.
Basically, the dogs, they come with their food when they board and any treats. So we do provide them their treats when the owners bring them. So.
Oh, nice.
Kendall, you want your treat? Good girl. Here, sweetheart. Come, baby. Good girl. So, yeah. We love the dogs.
Nice, Kendall.
Yeah, so the space is great. We're really excited. And I can actually give you a quick peek of the other site.
Great, let me turn this part off of part one of the video. Thank you.
Section and also our grooming location. So I'm going to have you come in this part here. Welcome. Here's the spot in which you can kind of come in. And right now we actually have a dog that is boarding over here in this space here.
Yeah.
So she's
Hi,
really
fella.
sweet. So
Hi.
she's a little bit older. She's got her own space here. It's all fully tiled. But the ultimate goal is that this here is our small dog space, and then where the dog is now is going to be where they're going to do some grooming. With the table, we're going to have.
Did you start your grooming yet? Or the dogs?
We're working on getting
Working,
everything
okay.
a little bit up. First daycare. So this space here is great. We're going to have 30 pounds and under. This is a small dog area.
Nice.
So basically, the dogs will have a nice area and space. It's great. We have the design of the gates area as a little setup so that, you know, if we need to feed any dogs lunches, we typically, you know, we'll feed them out of the group. And so they have this space here to kind of be able to do that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
so it is, again, rubberized, just like the big dog section.
Okay.
And we do have a lot of natural light, which is really key to kind of making it feel very homey. This
Nice.
feels kind of like being in a home in a sense.
Nice.
So,
Could I ask what the
Yep.
prices are for boarding first?
Sure.
What do we charge for boarding?
So for
daycare?
for daycare, I'll start with daycare. Daycare, we basically have our half day. It goes up to 6 hours. Most daycares, 4 hours is their typical, but we allow an extra 2 because we know people commute in and out from Boston. So our 6 hours is $22 for the half day, and then beyond 6 hours up to 12 hours is $30 for the full day. Which is great. We actually haven't increased our prices in the 9 years we've been open.
Really? In 9 years you haven't increased your prices?
We haven't. We really
That's
try to keep it
amazing.
very affordable. There
So
is a
don't-
discount for 2 dogs from the same household.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
that's really nice. Basically, full day is $30 for 1 dog. If you have 2, you save $10. So
Wonderful. So it'd be
basically-
50 for
Yep, be
2
50
instead
for
of
2.
60.
Yep. So.
And if somebody's working like 8 hours a day, that would be perfect because they'll have plenty of time to drop the dog off and then come and pick up their dog after work,
Right.
which would be wonderful.
Exactly.
Great. And you're the operations manager, I should mention. This is Christine Young, right? The operations manager at the Boston Dog Company.
Yep.
And I'm here at a day where you did the ribbon cutting today.
We did.
In July
We're very
of 2019. So that's why Christine is giving us a tour of the facility. This is part 2 of the tour. So this is the small
Small dog section.
dog session. And you mentioned the dog grooming, right?
Yep, so we're going to have, we have full transparency, so you can kind of see your dog playing in the small section. And as you saw before, the big dog section, we set it up with a lot of window space so you can kind of, you know, take a peek, see how your dog is doing. It's not that we cage or crate them, they're always left out. We are, you know, evaluating dogs to make sure they're a good fit. We are very strict, so there's no dominant behavior or aggression, and not any growling, things like that. We just want dogs to be all on the same level. So it's a very safe environment, and we really care about the dogs, and we know them on a personal level. So we are very careful with our process of evaluating each dog.
Wonderful.
So.
And the grooming, you're going to start that, you said, in a couple of weeks maybe, or
Yeah, so
whatever?
basically, we're going to have the grooming tubs come in, and we're going to have a couple set up in here, which is where the groomer will be using those ones specifically. And I believe they're going to be the stainless steel ones that come in and the dogs will go into. And that's why we also have the other option of the plastic one that's a little bit more quiet in case a dog is very freaked out by the noise and things
Oh,
like
nice,
that.
yes.
So we do have that option. And then they'll have, you know, the grooming table and the other area, so you can always see your dog and you can kind of see the process. But also there'll be dogs here, so that when a dog is being groomed, they don't feel like they're being alone, and they just kind of, this is very used to. They could maybe be a dog in the daycare, and they, before they go home, they're going to get, a bath and get groomed. We're looking forward to seeing all of the dogs from Chelmsford and have them be part of our Boston Dog family. So.
And thank you for choosing Chelmsford for one of your locations.
Definitely.